Good morning, and a warm welcome to your show, Sunny Mornings, Venice Beach. I'm your host, Melissa, and it's Monday, April 6th. You'll be interested to know, 130 years ago, today in 1896, athletes from several nations gathered in Athens to open a revived Olympic competition celebrating athletic excellence and the spirit of ancient Greece. That return marked a major milestone for international sports, setting a model for peaceful global competition and inspiring modern organized athletic festivals. So now you know. And now, it's time for the Surf Report. This morning, it's looking clean with waves around 2 to 3 plus feet. Conditions should hold steady through the morning before shifting to fair by late morning. Winds will start sideshore at 2 miles per hour, then shift to onshore at 6 miles per hour by noon. Best time to ride is at 7 a.m. with a 0-foot low tide, when the south-southwest swell is 1.5 feet at 15 seconds, and the onshore wind is 1 mile per hour. The first low tide on Monday will be 0 foot at 7 a.m., followed by a 2.5-foot high tide at 1:30. The nearshore buoy at Santa Monica Pier reads 65 degrees for the water temperature. Tuesday offers clean conditions with consistent 2 to 3 foot waves and light winds from the southeast. Wednesday sees a slight increase in size, reaching 3 plus feet with clean conditions early, but choppy waves develop later in the day. Thursday maintains similar size, but conditions turn choppy in the afternoon, making Tuesday the standout day for surf this period. This morning, there's patchy fog, and it feels like 65 degrees with no wind. The sunset will take place at 7:18, and it will rise again tomorrow at 6:32. It looks like we're in for some patchy fog before 11 a.m., then mostly sunny with a high near 69 and a light south breeze around 8 miles per hour. If you're inland, it will hit a high of 70. Tonight, expect patchy fog after 11 p.m., partly cloudy skies with a low around 57, and a light south-southeast breeze around 8 miles per hour. Looking ahead in the weather. Tuesday starts with patchy fog before 11 a.m., then turns mostly sunny with a high near 68 and a south wind of 5 to 10 miles per hour. Patchy fog returns overnight into Wednesday morning with lows in the upper 50s. Then Wednesday is mostly sunny near 70 before clouds increase Thursday with highs near 69 and a slight chance of rain Thursday night. A chance of rain and a slight chance of thunderstorms returns Friday with highs around 66 and lows near 57 Friday night. Bonjour, food enthusiasts. This podcast is brought to you by Versailles Cafe and Pastries in Encinitas. Nestled on El Camino Real South, just north of Encinitas Boulevard, this cafe is a haven for culinary delights. Indulge in their amazing Eggs Benedict or their gluten-free crepes. You can grab a panini for lunch or just breeze on through to get your morning coffee. They are open every day from 8 to 5. So stop on by and don't forget to tell them Sunny Morning sent you. In local news, bald eagles Jackie and Shadow are proud parents again, as their 2 chicks have hatched this Easter Sunday. Thousands of fans have been eagerly watching the popular nest livestream that made these eagles famous. The first eaglet arrived last night at around 9:30 p.m., while the second followed this morning at around 8:30 a.m. According to the nonprofit Friends of Big Bear Valley, Dad Shadow was thrilled to see his 2 chicks for the first time after the second hatch. Mom Jackie is exhibiting natural behaviors, salivating more to provide essential electrolytes and antibodies for her chicks. Now on to sports. The Michigan Wolverines are heavy favorites over the Yukon Huskies in the men's college basketball title game. After a dominant performance against Arizona in the semifinals, Michigan enters the national championship game as the favorite. DraftKings opened with the Wolverines as 7.5-point favorites. Early betting at DraftKings shows 56% of wagers backing the Wolverines. Michigan opened plus 285 to win the game outright. Tonight, tip-off is at 8:50 Eastern. In local sports, the Dodgers rallied from a 5-run deficit to defeat the Nationals 8-6, completing a 3-game sweep on Sunday. Shohei Ohtani homered and hit a sacrifice fly, finishing the series with 6 hits, including 2 homers and 6 runs batted in. James Wood broke out of a slump with a 3-run shot, while Teoscar Hernandez and Dalton Rushing also went deep for Los Angeles. Jack Dreyer pitched a scoreless 7th, and Edwin Diaz secured his 3rd save. The Dodgers will face the Blue Jays next, with Justin Wroblewski starting against Max Scherzer. In top news, it can be hard to wrap your head around all the conditions neurologists treat, including cerebrovascular disorders like stroke and carotid artery disease, seizure disorders, and movement disorders including Parkinson's disease. Dr. Andrew Dorsch, Division Chief for General Neurology at Rush University System for Health, emphasizes that if there is a nerve somewhere, a neurologist could get involved. He warns that people often brush off neurological symptoms, thinking they are just age-related aches. 4 neurologists recommend never ignoring symptoms such as weakness in one hand or leg. In business news, in a light earnings week, the focus will be on the Consumer Price Index, the first inflation report to reflect the impact of the Iran war. We will also see data on personal consumption and gross domestic product. Stocks rebounded sharply last week, snapping their 5-week losing streak. The S&P 500 gained 3.4%, and the Nasdaq Composite jumped 4.4%. This week will bring the first inflation report capturing the impact of the war in Iran. Headline inflation is expected to show a 1% month-over-month jump, the most since June 2022. In crypto movement, Bitcoin is down 1.5% over the weekend to just over $69,000. Ethereum is down 0.5% to just over 2,000. And XRP is down 8% to $1.34. Moving on to a more local vibe. In our community spotlight on health and wellness, we are working with a national Pilates studio to bring you some free classes, so listen up. Check out Club Pilates, with several locations in the San Diego area. Pilates presents a comprehensive wellness approach, cultivating strength, reducing tension, and elevating mental well-being. Scientific research affirms its benefits. So now you can check out Club Pilates for a free class, with locations in Encinitas, Solana Beach, Oceanside, La Jolla, and more. Just be sure to tell them Sunny Morning sent you by. And now, back to the show. Let's talk tech. On April 2nd, 2026, a bipartisan group of lawmakers introduced a bill in the House of Representatives that would severely limit the sale of advanced semiconductor manufacturing equipment to China and other countries. Led by Representative Michael Baumgartner from Washington, the Multilateral Alignment of Technology Controls on Hardware Act would tighten existing export controls for semiconductor manufacturing tools used to create artificial intelligence chips. If passed, these new restrictions would likely curtail China's ability to build a fully domestic artificial intelligence supply chain. China's imports of semiconductor manufacturing machinery have surged from $10.7 billion in 2016 to about $51.1 billion last year. And in entertainment news, mixed reviews did not dissuade mass audiences from buying tickets to the Super Mario Galaxy movie, which scored the biggest opening of the year for a Hollywood movie. The Illumination and Nintendo co-production earned $130 million and $900,000 over the weekend, and $190 million in its first 5 days in North American theaters, according to studio estimates. With an estimated $182 million from 80 overseas markets, the film is looking at an astronomical $372 million debut. Well, alrighty folks, it's time for the quote of the day. And today, our quote comes from the American journalist and author, Hunter S. Thompson. And he said, "Freedom is something that dies unless it's used." And that's a wrap for this morning. You can check out our Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok for some captivating aerial videos with local news and the surf reports. Have an amazing day, my good friends. We'll see you tomorrow with another episode of Sunny Mornings Venice Beach.